Yo.
That opener be hitting, man.
That opener hits every time. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode, the evening episode of Clickbaity, Political Thirsttrap. I am one of your three hosts, Marcus Farrell. I want to just give a shout out to all of my friends and family who are watching tonight, all from all over the place. And I want to also introduce the two special, awesome gentlemen that do this work with me every night. And this is work because what we try to provide you is real work. So what's up, Ben Dixon? How you doing, bro?
What it do, everybody? My bad for acting like that in front of company. I know you have family and friends watching, so let me respect to the friends and family.
They know what's up, though. And Mondale Robinson, what's cracking, player?
Today in history, it's three niggas on TV.
Hey,
what up, boy? What up, boy? Let me tell y'all something.
What's up?
The government, all of these regulations, all these deadlines, try to steal your joy. Thank God for y'all, man. Thank God for Tam telling me how important this show is to the world and making sure that regardless of what I got going on, this needs to be a part of it. This needs to be a priority. So
it ain't the
what
same
up, man?
It's not. It's definitely not the same without you, bro.
Yeah, man.
We here.
You know what I'm saying? So I want to talk real quick because I named this episode before. I don't think these two gentlemen know what's up, but I named this episode something specific. I said Fred Hampton wouldn't agree. That's right. Tonight's episode is called Fred Hampton would not agree.
Boho.
So welcome to the Clickbaity Political Thirsttrap episode of Fred Hampton would not agree. And this is a broader thing that I want to start talking about a little bit more about how the wrong people always use our civil rights leadership and leaders to prove their point in the worst way possible. And we can go down the list. We're talking about Martin Luther King because Republicans love using them some Martin Luther King. Y'all don't know no Martin Luther King.
I had a dream.
But every single time y'all get an opportunity, y'all use Martin Luther King. And today, and I'm not here to bash him because y'all do enough of that. But I'm going to say today or yesterday, our guy Jimmy Dore decided to invoke Fred Hampton in his conversations with the Boogaloo Boys. And here's my thing about using civil rights white people. Whether you're a conservative white person, moderate white person, or yes, even a progressive white person. My issue with this right here is y'all be saying these guys' names and then y'all won't ever say a single thing about what they actually believed in.
Come on, man.
Right now, in today's age, they would believe in Fred Hampton would believe in defunding police. And I'm not sitting here saying anybody didn't say that these guys wouldn't believe in defunding the police, but they also would believe in reparations. And this is the topic that I never, ever, ever hear these folks who invoke these black people's names say at all, man. So I'm gonna pass it around the table real quick, but I'm gonna actually respectfully ask y'all to keep our ancestors out your damn mouth.
Facts.
I don't have no respect for Jimmy Dore, which is why I probably don't know what exactly you're alluding to. But because I am an astute historian of black people and how we organize, I bet you that punk motherfucker used Fred Hampton name in him trying to talk about him connecting with the Boogaloo Boys and Fred Hampton working with the Patriots out of the mountains of Kentucky.
The hillbilly Patriots.
It was. But the problem is we're talking about the formation of the real Rainbow Coalition, not Jesse Jackson Rainbow Coalition. This is an idea that Fred Hampton had at 21 years old, where he brought Latin Kings, he brought the AIM, American Indian Movement, along with the Black Panthers, along with the other brown organizations, and our homeboy Alejandro Chavez, his granddad, Cesar Chavez. He brought those brothers in and he brought in the rednecks from the hills. The difference, though, the rednecks from the hill were real rednecks.
Come on.
In the traditional sense of the term, meaning working class people that understood that their poverty was linked to the poverty and suffering of black people. It was not these rednecks that the Boogaloo Boys are, those that are racist and hate black people, and they show up that way. So Jimmy Dore, fuck off, you fucking dork.
Well, so his excuse was, Mondale, his excuse was this. He said that he found the Boogaloo Boy that was pro Black Lives Matter, that was pro LGBTQIA, right? And from what I understand, the Boogaloo Boys, they have all kinds of swing like thought processes. But here's my thing. I can't rock with anybody who's white supremacist adjacent either.
Yeah. Come on.
Right? That's a game us at Clickbaity Political Thirst Trap just cannot play with y'all motherfuckers. We're not going to play that with y'all motherfuckers. Matter of fact, we're not going to allow it, right? So, and folks are like, yo, why are y'all trying to interjecting yourself in the conversation? Because y'all mention the people who are our forefathers in thought process when it comes down to our black liberation. Y'all mention black liberationists without mentioning reparations.
Yeah, man.
Y'all had a whole conversation about Fred Hampton and didn't mention reparations. Get the Ben, what you think of him, man?
Yeah, I was gonna say I debunked that Fred Hampton aligning with racist theory years ago, and I had to do it years ago because Jimmy Dore was trying to push that years ago. There's a concerted effort in this country to devastate the collective power of the left because we've been gaining power. And I don't think I've seen a better demonstration of someone who's been sent into our camp to destroy it. And then immediately he pivots to where he wants that power to go, over to the Boogaloo Boys. Like, we're really at the stage where we're getting ready to see what part of the left completely disregards. Well, actually, let me correct myself, because they're not really the left. Because if you disregard the plight of marginalized communities at any level, at any step, you're not progressive. So at the end of the day, we see who the real progressive ain't. And it ain't Jimmy Dore.
That's right. I mean, we got to start retitling some things. And I hope it starts with Clickbaity Political Thirst Trap, the Trap Squad, Squirrel Gang. I hope it starts with y'all. Y'all got to start. We got to redefine things. Yeah. Because if that's progressive,
I ain't progressive
then I'm just not progressive.
Yeah.
If that's progressive, then what we have to do, hey Mondale, would you email that to me? What we have to do, if that's progressive, is we have to actually start having different conversations about what our titles are in this game, right? Because the most disenfranchised people in America are making decisions about what progressive is and what progressive ain't. And they're also utilizing black faces, black ancestors, and black tactics. Go ahead, man.
It's a breaking news situation I just sent to you. That speaks exactly to what the fuck we're talking about. And it hits home, differently, because we was talking about the reason I don't say justice system. I'm trying not to tear up a little bit, because I just watched the video and I shouldn't have watched it because Tam told me about it earlier and I didn't want to watch it. But fucking North Carolina state troopers just beat one of the cats I went to school with, and somebody caught it on camera. And in the middle of him beating him with a flashlight, after he got handcuffs on him, there's some white boy who comes over there and help the cop and put his knee in the cop back, and the cop allows this. Play this video I just shared to you, bro. Okay. This is the shit I'm talking about. That's why it ain't no justice system for black people in this America. I need everybody to share this video and tag the North Carolina state troopers, because this shit this is what I just watched. The little bit I just watched was too much. I shouldn't have watched it because Tam told me I shouldn't have watched it anyway. But this is a cat I went to school with. And our family is so close linked. My brother's daughter is his first cousin. Second cousin.
Do you know what kind of condition he's in?
This is breaking. I don't know nothing, but
you don't know nothing. All right, damn.
It's 3 videos. This is the first one, Marcus. The third video shows him in the cop car in handcuffs and the cop beating him like he's a child with a flashlight.
I don't know if I need to see this.
Look at this redneck. Goes over there, put his knee in his back, and the cop allows that. That is not what you're supposed to do. It was supposed to tell him to stand back.
Right.
It's like they haven't learned a damn thing.
Civilians don't get to put their knees on people. You don't get to do that at the top either. Putting your knee in the back.
You send me another link, Mondale?
That's the same one. So I text.
It's okay, same one. Okay, no problem.
So if you go to the other, if scroll to the left or right, it's another video. So I mean, this is just continuation of it, man. And then the third one is
You ain't no police officer.
right.
You ain't no motherfucking police officer. Why you
Captain fucking.
What's the number? He's not even no police officer. He touching you.
Go to the next one. Go to the next. I don't want to. It's rough, bro. This is the cop beating him. With the fuck, look at this.
What the fuck?
What's the point of that?
Racist. He beat his damn leg.
Those are y'all cops. This is in y'all America. This is what happens to black people on a daily basis. We ain't got to go to the 60s and 50s to talk about lynching. We just watch someone, a police officer, allow a regular ass citizen to come over there and do that. Black people sometimes have cameras and just are filming, and they tell them stand back before I arrest you.
Right.
That's in Gold Rock, North Carolina, right outside of Rocky Mount, in between Enfield and Rocky Mount.
So at some point, but the motherfuckers can still you got that right.
Let me tie it into some more shit.
Yeah, go ahead.
These white people that stormed the Capitol had bail, bro. Even the dumb Negro that went with them to the Capitol, they rejected his bail. Did y'all see that?
Man, I didn't see that. Come
The
on.
black guy that was
That's
in the
right.
crowd, bail got rejected. This is America. This is our America, bro. Jeez.
If you can't see why we are so particular about how y'all use our blackness,
Come on, man.
if y'all can't see how careful, how we have to guard it, and how we are specifically very, very, very meticulously pissed off with you jackropes that want to utilize blackness but don't want to give nothing to blackness. Yeah, y'all can watch that video, and what they'll do is they'll watch that video. They'll watch and they'll be like, yeah, we don't agree with it, but when it comes time to talk policy, y'all talk about forcing the vote and y'all won't even say anything black about it. When it comes down to talking, which by the way, this argument is long over with. Clickbaity political thirst trap is not trying to keep the conversation going. We let it go, but y'all had to go and mention Fred Hampton. You know, Fred Hampton probably wouldn't have wanted to associate with a Boogaloo Boy. And let me tell you why.
He would have beat the niggas' ass.
Because the most racist police department in America at the time was CPD. Probably still is. Fred Hampton had the feds after him. Fred Hampton had white supremacists after him. Fred Hampton had Chicago police after him.
And Marcus just broke it down more than he had to, because he could have left for that white supremacist, because all of the other ones fall in that category too.
That's right. That's right, Mondale. But I want to make this specific, because what I'm sick and tired of at this point is utilizing the pain but not being a part of the progress. So you got to excuse me. Y'all got to excuse me if I just no longer want to play that game with y'all anymore. Y'all got to excuse me if we decide to start interjecting ourselves, because it seems like a lot of people white folks from all like angles of the political spectrum, super far left to super far right, want to interject about blackness and use black people, but not not anymore. Not anymore. So, you know, as we go along and we think about this respective race, like so we see the super left, if we could even consider Jimmy the super left, but we could see the super left saying what they got to say, right? I'm gonna take it to the middle. Joe Biden made it one of his top priorities to put Harriet Tubman's face on a $20 bill. And the big news of the day is, you know, how he stopped what Trump, because Trump halted it. You know, we had some momentum with putting Harriet Tubman on a $20 bill during the Obama administration. And then, you know, the white supremacist in chief decided, hey, you know what? I don't want this. So he halted it. Now, the unexpected has happened. We have a Democratic House.
Mm-hmm.
We have a Democratic Senate. And we have a Democrat for a president. And these folks want us to get excited. And it is a great version for symbolism. But they want to get us excited about having Harriet Tubman's face on a $20 bill. Now, if our dear sister leader, General Harriet Tubman, if General Tubman was alive today, I'm gonna do it. Do y'all think that, and I said this on Twitter, do y'all think that she would want her face on a $20 bill, or do y'all think she would want reparations?
Reparations.
So the symbolism of utilizing black faces to keep the black masses from getting pissed off is starting to piss us off even more. Y'all got to do something. How dare these people utilize Harriet Tubman on a $20 bill and not say the word reparations? Go ahead, Ben. You got it.
Bruh, let me tell you something. What is really going on is the pendulum has swung back away from white supremacy. And it's only because white supremacy decided to run up against the military industrial complex, mind you, right? There's nothing moral about what's getting ready to happen in this country, except the fact that the military industrial complex realizes they can't fuck around with white supremacy anymore. So I want to make sure we're clear on that. But now that white supremacy is going to be looked at through the lens of domestic terrorism, there's a swing that's happening in the country. The thing is that how do you neutralize that? You neutralize the swing towards progressivism by neutralizing the base. And that's what this has been about. This entire thing has been about how do we neutralize the progressive base? And not only did they try to neutralize it, but the next thing you know, the very next thing this dude did was to try to take it right into the hands of fascists who want to kill us. Right? These people are, I don't care what they say to you. They say they're about free speech. No, they're not. They want to use the idea of free speech to take your free speech away. Right? They say they're in favor for LGBTQIA rights. Ask them what they thought about Joe Biden's executive order on allowing transgender people to serve. And ask them what they think about that, right? You want to say that they're progressive. You can't ask them about reparations and see what they say about that. The whole point is that this has been a whole dog and pony show that comes around every 2 years like clockwork. You can go on Twitter and see like clockwork every 2 years. There's a group that always undermines the power of the left by saying that we should align with the right. And then there's the rest of us, black folks, brown folks, indigenous people like, wait a minute, you want us to align with people who want to kill us? Nah, I'm good. I'm going to go back to the church, man, because they ain't that crazy. Church folks crazy, but they ain't crazy enough to align with people who will lynch me if you let them.
So
because we only talk about the physical death. Lynching is so often isolated to the violent death of an old black life experience. But in actuality, black people are lynched proverbially in more ways than just the physical lynching, political lynching, like medical lynching. All of this is death for black people. These multiple deaths that we deal with on a regular basis, right? Jimmy Dore would lynch you politically, Ben.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's already doing it. So that's why he's okay with those that will physically lynch you, because his role is not much difference, bro.
Hey, now let's go back. Look, Mondale, you got to go deeper with that one, man, because I that happens so much to us. But I want that to be drilled in to everybody who's watching Clickbaity Political Thirst Trap. A lynching doesn't include a rope whatsoever nowadays.
Yeah.
Just so repeat that one more time for the folks in the back row, my brother, please.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is there are tons of ways that Black people are lynched politically, their career, even like this gaslighting where people can come at you and try to say that you're a certain way or a certain thing because you are Black and outspoken about life and what's expected and what should be given to people. Yeah. So what I'm saying is the lynching for Black people didn't stop in the 60s when they started documenting lynchings. You don't need a rope to lynch a Black person now. All you need is a cop stick, a cop flashlight, a cop gun, a cop knee, and white people willing to tear down a Capitol. Turn on a Capitol because they lost an election. Though their deaths of Black people are many. It is not by mistake that Black men have the shortest lives. Black men in America have the shortest lives of all Black men in the world. How does that make sense? But for lynching.
Because it eats us up on the inside, man. The shit is like having to watch that video, having to watch these videos. Yeah, you know, I really, you can't do this journalism thing and actually mean what you say and not die on the inside. You can't. I think I died on the inside 3 years into the game. I covered it up good for another 2 years, but dog, I'm broken doing this shit here. Because we got to consume this shit and then we got to rationalize this shit and then turn it around and try to help change this shit. No wonder we dying at an early age, because we Black men and Black families have been internalizing this pain. It's time immemorial, man.
I can only just say, yeah, I've gone through political lynchings at least 3 public times, right? 3 public times.
Facts.
And it didn't feel good. And it put me on the couch for a month and a half, and it messed with my relationship that I had at the time. And it took everything out of me, and there was nothing I could do about it because of the aspect that either, you know, you were wrong. And I don't see many white, like the stuff that I did was pennies, small in comparison to what we see coming out of the Capitol incident right now. Right. And these folks aren't even getting canceled. Actually, they're getting more followers. Yeah. But speaking of more followers, you know, we gotta talk about the head racist in chief, the white supremacist in chief again, because he's already back at it. Circa Fox News 25 minutes ago, Trump creates office of the former president in Florida.
It's a little cuck.
Speculation about Trump's post-presidency has ranged from him possibly starting his own media company to running for a second term in 2024. That's why we got to impeach him.
Yeah, man.
Former President Donald Trump on Monday established an official post-presidency office in Palm Beach County, Florida, to oversee his affairs. Fox News is learned. Oh, let me. Nah, I don't want to.
Y'all don't get no free advertising on this channel.
Yeah, y'all don't get no free advertising on the channel. Pay up. Hell nah. Pay up. That's right. Shit. Pause. In a statement from Trump's office of the former president will be responsible for his correspondence, public statements, appearances, and official activities. The office will also advance the interest of the United States and carry on the agenda of the Trump administration through advocacy, organizing, and public activism. Man, if Barack Obama didn't sit his behind down when Trump got elected, you know, America would have lost their.
Yeah, facts.
So as we and this is the most important part. Trump's 2020 campaign senior advisor Jason Miller said Sunday ruled out the possibility of Trump running in future elections on a third-party ticket, saying that his immediate focus is to help Republicans win back the House and Senate in the 2022 midterms. Guys,
well, now that's a smart play. You see what he's doing there. He's saying, if you guys be nice and don't convict me of this single article of impeachment, then I'll help you win your race. I wonder if the Republicans are going to hear it like that.
The problem is He has a losing track record. Republicans lost every election when he was president, 2017, 2018, 2019, and they definitely lost in 2020, and they including him. So the fact that they would bet on this loser, and they probably will, because of fear and also because of white supremacy, I'm super happy that he wants to stick around in politics, and I hope they all take that bid, and I hope they let him assist them, because that'll be a nail in the coffin for them and also their party.
I mean, it has to be so much privilege to actively be being impeached. Like they delivered the articles of impeachment today, right? To actively be impeached and start a whole new office like ain't nothing happened.
That's what white folks do. I mean, white folks like Donald Trump, at least. Like that didn't mean nothing to him. Y'all can't impeach. He doesn't care. Like the only thing I think he cared about was when he realized, oh, wait a minute. These folks actually listen to me. They're actually about to burn this shit down. I think that was the only time that he actually turned. And because honestly, think about it. When has Donald Trump recanted on anything except for trying to tell those quote unquote patriots to go back home and everything? But see, other than that, he doesn't.
But care. He didn't even really recant. If you remember, his initial statement was, "We love you. We love you." That's what he said to them. It was pressure day. He got impeached before he said anything against them. He had to be impeached the second time before he came out against them. Because initially his first statement was, "Don't be violent." He didn't even tell them to leave the Capitol. He didn't even tell them to leave the Capitol. He said, "Don't be violent. I love you. We love you."
I'm gonna be honest with you. I felt like maybe I thought like B613 got to him or something, like, hey, you about to mess with our money, right? I figured like the real deep state probably got to him at some point, because they were really about to burn this country down.
I mean, yeah, but you know, privilege is
That's exactly what it is.
Privilege is a motherfucker, man. I mean,
away with anything, bro.
Yeah, including, once again, going back to the basics, utilizing our black leaders, right? Like that is enough. That is enough for me to actually want to just like start slapping everybody who misuses our folks, right? So real quick, clickbaity, political thirst trap squad, squirrel gang. Before we move on to the next topic, we like to do this, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this one time for the fam. Like, listen, like and share this post. Stop what you're doing right now.
Hey,
like this post.
Hey,
share this post.
Hey.
Rock and roll with Clickbaity Political Thirst Trap. Follow us on Instagram. See Thirst Trap on Twitter. Clickbaity Political Thirst Trap on Instagram. You can find all of us on the Morning Trap every single morning. Make sure you go to the Ben Dixon channel and find us over there too, right? We'll be rocking and rolling in the morning time. We bring 2 doses of dopeness for you because there's just not enough beautiful black faces on the screen, man.
Brother, can I ask you how y'all backs feeling? Because I think I set up too long today. Y'all set up for like all these hours too. How y'all backs feeling?
Nah, you were on TYT, bro. I didn't have to present.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, I think I got to get you got a good chair over there. What kind of chair you get? You got?
It's a video game chair. Well, it's like one of the first video game chairs.
I need one of them. I need something that I could, because I did a 6-hour stint today. I need to get one of them gamer chairs.
Yeah, it's kind of they're dope. What ergonomic, whatever.
Ergonomic. Yeah, aerodynamic.
Aerodynamic Negro.
hey, put up that one comment. Shit, it's too far back. One of the cats in the comment section said, Mundell looked like he got the best mushrooms in all of ATL. That's what, did you see that one?
Yeah, I see it. I see
man,
it. First Nabil, you better be careful. It's still a thirst trap.
That's a compliment, though. That's a compliment.
It's still a thirst trap, and he looked like he got a dirty baby diaper on as his mask. It might prevent COVID, but you still gonna have shit on your face.
Look. He backing it up too. I
said that.
that dirty pamper on your face. It's gonna stop COVID, but it ain't gonna stop the shit you eat.
Bruh. Why he looks like he got a one of those bags you get from like the American Cancer Society, one of them canvas bags. He just cut that bitch in half and put it on his face, bro. That's what he looks like.
Tell your grandma don't make you no more mask.
Yeah.
Here we can see, but before we go too far, I'm gonna go ahead and switch it up because y'all don't really want, especially Dirty Pamper Boy. He don't really want it right now. So what we're gonna do is, I want to give a shout out to, man, I can't believe this, but since he's a Florida team now, man, Tom Brady and the Patriot and the Tampa Bay Bucks are going to the Super Bowl.
Oh, really?
Shame on you, Marcus.
Against a black quarterback by the name of Patrick Mahomes,
Kansas City, okay,
and a black offensive coordinator, Eric Bieniemy, who should have been gotten a job. And if it wasn't for the NFL being so racist, he would have been taking over the Jacksonville Jaguars position instead of buddy Urban Meyer. But that's neither here nor there. So shout out to the Super Bowl. We have the Super Bowl. It's like, I mean, I'm not a fan of Tom Brady, but he's the GOAT. I gotta say that. Like, I don't like him. I think I mean, listen.
Can I say something?
Go ahead. Say what you gotta say.
Can I say something about your foosball, you sports
ball looking ass?
Sports ball looking ass boy? Listen. Tom Brady is a great quarterback for sure.
Yeah.
This trip to the Super Bowl is not because of him. That Bama won because of that defense, them black boys on that defensive line, because he threw 3 interceptions and he was trash.
Wait a minute.
He was trash last night. And if it wasn't for that black line on the defensive side, that was a defensive win. Tom Brady should not get credit for this. He basically threw Tampa Bay's chances away, but for that defense, we wouldn't even have Tampa Bay going to the Super Bowl.
Well, first off, I have to give Dr. Mondale Robinson, his props right now for having a very good sports ball analogy. Who in the hell? Did you talk to somebody or did you actually watch the game? I'm trying to figure that one out.
I listened to the game while I was in my room. I listened. I listened.
Okay. That was actually good. I can't argue against that. You're absolutely right. 3 interceptions. I mean, like Tom Brady threw 3 interceptions and they still won the game. But I am going to say this right here. It's like Tom Brady's out here just like picking and choosing who's going to win the next Super Bowl. Like, you know what I mean? Like, hey, who wants to win the Super Bowl?
Pieces of Verb said that was rehearsed.
We don't rehearse on this show.
Not a damn thing.
We freestyle
the entire 2 hours, bro.
But we would be remiss if we did not mention in moments like this.
He said Joe Montana's the GOAT.
Not enough Super Bowl rings. Not
enough Super Bowls, and he had a massive squad. Ronnie Lott, Jerry Rice. You can't do nothing but win with that.
Yeah. He also had a psychopath that played like a defensive back. That white boy with the big helmet.
Right.
You remember him?
Right.
He had the special needs helmet. And I ain't trying to pick on people with special needs, but he had like an extra helmet on top of his helmet. You know what I mean? All right. I'm not trying to.
He's probably the only person he's probably the only person in the NFL that ever played that don't have a concussion because of that extra helmet.
But can we talk about how Colin Kaepernick was right?
Well,
I hate that.
Marcus, you're a black veteran. Marcus, you're a black veteran, so we have to push back on Colin Kaepernick being right. The movement was right. Colin Kaepernick did what we were sitting down. Colin Kaepernick went to a white veteran and asked him what would be more respectful, and the white veteran told him take a knee. If he'd have came to you and me, we'd have said sit down like everybody else is doing. He didn't start that. We had black people sitting down at high school games and on all platforms before that. It was him that went to a white veteran, and the white veteran told him take a knee, as if that was going to be acceptable to white people. But he should have came to see a black veteran like you or me, Marcus, and got the scoop. So he was kind of right in that he was trying to be with the movement. The problem is he tried to whitewash it by taking it to a white veteran and asking what was okay.
I mean that's true, but then my sort of pushback on that was I also have to give him props from all the visceralness that came after he decided to do whatever he was going to do, right? Yeah. Like, he had
the president of the United States call his mama a bitch.
Yeah, and I mean, let's go even further than that. He lost his job. Yeah, we over here triggering Ben. Look at him. Look at him.
I gotta laugh. I didn't, cause you're right. Cause Mondale, you right, man. Cause when I heard it, you just hear the phrase "son of a bitch." But the implication is like, oh no, we got to fight, my dude. Oh man, damn.
Yeah,
language is so important.
I mean, and their whole argument was disrespecting the flag. We haven't had this conversation since the uprising. But did you see all them racist motherfuckers in the Capitol with
Trump flags,
with
fake
disrespecting American flags, right? Like, listen,
right.
in the military, if you had a flag and you didn't fold it up, if you even dropped that flag, somebody was going to yell at you, right? And if you like wrote on the flag, like you had something written on the flag, that was not just one of them. There wasn't just two of them. There were hundreds of disrespected flags at that Capitol, and I haven't heard not a damn person say a word about those disrespected flags that were in the Capitol. I haven't heard nothing.
Marcus, put the 9:13 p.m. comment from Tony H about me on the screen.
9:13 from Tony H.
I knew that was coming. When it came across the screen, I said, "Oh shit!"
How far back is it? Is it recent?
Up above the bills with all the squirrels. If you seen the bill with all the squirrels and that dirty diaper,
I'll find it.
So what I want to say to that person is, show me where. Show me where. I'm always running my mouth. There are tons of videos of me all over social media. Show me a video of me calling somebody a son of a bitch.
Yeah, because in my catalog, I can't really think of you ever saying that. To be honest with you.
Yeah.
Nah, that's something that I haven't heard you say either, bro.
Yeah. I mean, I'll be hard pressed to find me joking and saying that. You know what I'm saying? I got too much mama love over here, homie.
Come on, man. Talk on it.
Even if the mama's producing straight up racist.
Now, let me tell you something. Now, if we in here joking, like laughing and joking,
it's possible.
But I mean, like, that's gonna be like, I bet you it's hard pressed to find that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I can't find it. But what I do want to say on that is like, that's the problem with like this folks who watch this show and folks who always come, because I've seen some critiques on us that, you know, some might be legit, but most of them are just like illegitimate critiques. And one critique that I get is like, you know, you guys do too much other stuff besides talk about the news. Well, let me tell y'all something about clickbaity, man. Like, if you just don't know this yet. Like, if we don't give a fuck about what you feel. That's number one.
Facts don't care about your feelings.
Yeah, we just don't care about your feelings. But number two, when we do the news, we report from a black angle, which always ends up us being oppressed and other folks not being oppressed. That's a lot of pain and stress to handle. So we relax on our show. I am communicating with my brothers right now, and y'all just happen to be making the conversation. You dig what I'm saying? Y'all happen to be inserted in the conversation, and we might talk about news, we might talk about sports, we might talk about your ugly ass.
Oh man!
But at the end of the day, it's a show that you haven't seen before. We're not trying to present like CNN. We're not trying to present like even other political podcasts, because that's them. They do their thing, right? You come here for a dose of blackness. You come to Clickbaity Political Thirst Trap for a dose of male blackness, and guess what? We are perfectly fine with that. So y'all just gonna have to do what y'all do and relax, man. Because
to be honest, criticism people got of the show though, because bro, this shit's fire. What they?
Oh man, it got to be a lot of criticisms. Like, you know, why are y'all black and talking out loud? Why are y'all black and breathing? Why are y'all black and existing? Why are y'all black and saying anything about Jimmy Dore? How come you just can't agree with everything Bernie says? How come you can't agree with everything Joe Biden says? How come you guys pick on Clyburn? He's perfect. How come? I mean, we can go on and on and on and on and on. And basically all of it mostly is centered in whiteness. There's a little bit of toxic maleness in it. And you know what? If we have presented that way, which I don't think we have, but if we have, I'll take that one. I apologize. But for the most part, we're here to tell the truth. And the truth will set you free. And I do want to bring up another topic. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, no. I was about to say amen. The truth will set you free.
The truth will set you free.
Oh, so here's the truth, guys. I'm not high. I am low key like watching y'all go silly in the chat room. I've been chuckling at people in the chat room like Ben's obviously high. No, unfortunately I got to re-up. That said, y'all some funny motherfuckers in this chat room. That's what I'm giggling at. Go ahead, Mark.
Hey man, you need to put some of that herb on your back. You need to boil it down and put it on your back, bro.
Man. I'm all out right now. So
hey, Trap Squad, if you got a significant other or a person that cares about you, or a person that you trust with hands on your body during COVID, one thing that I suggest you do is go get you some CBD lotion. or some CBD bath bombs. Yeah, I'll bring it up. I know it sounds soft, but man, listen, if you got a pain in your body, come on now. Come on now. You know what I mean? So Rob Portman, Senator Rob Portman, decided that he will not run for re-election in 2022, citing partisan deadlock. Rob Portman.
We about to get another Democratic Senate.
Hold on. Rob Portman is the senator from Ohio, right, gentlemen?
He is.
Okay, so he's the senator from Ohio, and I'm gonna bring up this article real quick. So Robbie, the Republican Senator Rob Portman of Ohio announced Monday that he will not run for re-election after his current term in office ends in 2022, saying in a statement that the entrenched partisan gridlock in Washington was a factor for his decision. The announcement will set off what could become a highly competitive race that will fill the seat and reshape the 2022 battlefield for control of the Senate. The news could also potentially pave the way for a crowded GOP primary in a state won by former President Donald Trump in both 2020 and 2016 presidential elections. And the only thing that I have to say about this is, Rob, man, the only reason you quitting is because Democrats got the Senate. You didn't have no problem with partisanship, anything when when he had the majority or the super majority. It's not a partisanship deadlock. Republicans just want to have their way. It's that simple. Republicans want to have their way, but there is an interesting race that is coming up in Ohio. Ohio is becoming a hotbed for all the races right now, man. And I mean, and it makes sense because I think Ohio. And speaking of Ohio, Mondale, you saw my post earlier. There's another state I want to talk about in a second, but speaking of Ohio, like in Ohio, what you got the race to replace Fudge. You got a Senate race in 2022. So I mean, do you guys think we could take Ohio? I mean, Trump won state twice. Talk to me, Mondale.
I think with the type of campaigns that need to be ran, like if we're running engagement campaigns like we did in Georgia, then every state in this country is in play with the exception of a few. Montana, the Dakotas, and probably Nebraska aren't in play, but beyond that, we can take them all. We can actually get some of the districts in Nebraska too.
See, this is the thing, man. Here's the thing: the Democratic Party gonna have a problem on their hands. The problem they're gonna have on their hands is this: they about to actually have power for a minute, as long as they don't do something just absurdly stupid, right? Which is totally within the realm of possibilities for them. If they play their cards right, they can have power for a little bit of time here. Which means they got to put up or shut up because they got no excuse but to deliver now. If you're talking about the map in the future being that blue, Mondale, man, Democrats are going to be in trouble if they don't start delivering immediately.
I gotta. Well, first off, you say the words "don't do something stupid." Okay, let me tell you something.
I had to put that caveat in there.
Yeah, let me tell you something. They're already doing something stupid, and I'm going to quote my sister. Brianna Westbrook out of Arizona on this one right here when she said that she said I was a car salesperson. I was a salesperson for 15 years, and you never start from the center. Yeah.
Right.
You never start from the center when you have a position of power and leverage. The Democrats are already doing something stupid because the Democrats and I'm not saying all Democrats. I will say that there are some people up there who are absolutely livid in the position that the general Democrats are taking, and when it comes down to negotiating with the Republicans, but they already are doing something stupid. Like the filibuster hasn't been dropped yet. Oh, you know what? That's stupid, and also it's racist, right? Like if to me personally, if you don't drop the filibuster, if you're not supporting ending the filibuster, you are a racist.
Is this a question? I'm sorry, go ahead, man.
No, it's not. You are that is. So when you say if they do something stupid, like I'm going to, they already are. Like it's like, I mean, we are like literally. How many days has Joe Biden been president? Seven tomorrow. Okay, that means we're 7 days too late to drop the filibuster. right? Like we're already 7 days in the hole.
Behind schedule, yeah.
Behind schedule, right? Why do we have to give Republicans respect? Why must we center them? And then, like, come on, Kirsten Sinema. Come on, man. What you doing, dog? Like,
she's a dino.
What are you doing? You know, somebody out there needs to primary her, man, and she got a lot of money and a lot of power. But if you don't support this filibuster, you do not deserve to be in the same party that black people are in nationwide. You need to be in your own party. You need to create your own shit.
See, I wonder, I see two possibilities here. Monday, I see your path where Joe Biden is surrounded by the right people, and we can make a step in the right direction, right? But I also feel like there's going to be such an opportunity for those centrists in the middle of the Democratic Party, like Rahm Emanuel. They've been salivating over this opportunity to merge with the right. And if the Democrats start getting this kind of power, the only way they can protect themselves from us is if they actually start aligning with the right. I think that's a possible pathway forward. I just want your thought. What you think about that, Mondale? And then Marcus, whoever.
Yeah. I mean, I think the fact. First of all, Marcus, I'm tired of seeing one on it. Can you get that comment?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Sorry, I'm not doing my job.
It's all good. So what I was gonna say was, Ben, I absolutely think Rahm Emanuel would do exactly what Jimmy Dore is doing if he had the powers. But they're so far on the outside, like those people can't be welcomed back in leadership. You see what happened when they try to run a campaign. His people try to run a campaign to get him into this administration. He's that toxic right now. And I'm thinking that the middle, Joe Biden is actually, I think, gonna pull
towards the left,
the party to the left. And that's crazy to say because he's not a leftist at all. But he is doing things that are more progressive than any president ever, right? Like, and so I just feel like that, you know, I mean, he's the ornery old white man, and he's trying to get into heaven.
Yeah. I hope that white guilt is working really good on you,
and he's
Joe
trying to
Biden.
get into heaven, right?
Like
Absolutely.
I want you to connect your power to the fact that black folks, despite your record, put you in that. I pray for God that he just every night, Lord, how can I bless black people? That's what you need to be doing, bro. Start with reparations.
What is up with some of these Democrats? As soon as we get any iota of power, the people on the left immediately want to go talk to the racist white folks. What is up with that? Like, I don't get it. And what I mean by that is like, okay, all right, listen, I get it. We won an election, but you got Jimmy Dore trying to go with the people on the right. You got Rahm Emanuel, who we expect, who shouldn't be quoted, who damn sure shouldn't have an ABC contract.
Come on, man. Like, he's not even good.
Yeah,
he's not even good.
Yeah, I mean, Rahm get on there and want to shoot you a bird. I ain't gonna mess with his deformity, so let me not talk. But I mean, but here's the thing: Rahm is a dude that's, I mean, he's proven that he's a piece of shit.
I just figured that happened. Like, he got it like a deal that went bad, and he got his finger. Like, what happened to his?
Nah, Rahm lost his finger working at a Arby's or something, at a fast food restaurant. Like, straight. Damn. I know it's a working people
solidarity
thing. It sucks, bro. Like, yeah, no, but Rahm lost his finger at his job when he was a jit.
I'm gonna pretend like he lost his finger in a drug deal that went bad with a mob, and they just like took a cigar cutter and cut that shit off. That's what I'm gonna pretend, because that's more realistic than him having any solidarity with workers.
Yeah, so, you know, I mean, why do we always have to swing right? And the reason why we have to always swing, they always want to swing right, is because they are toxically afraid of blackness. There's no future way. There's no new way to transfer like Republicans to blackness. And that's what I'm starting to see more and more from these people on the left. And it's scary, because we know what the Republican Party is about, but it's like we want to minimize it when the people on our side of the house, whether you're a moderate Democrat to a far leftist, do it. It's like, yeah, that's the next move. Let's talk about it. And I bring that up because I want to bring up a statement that I made today. And I wanted to hear Mondale jump in on it, and Ben, you can jump in on it too. And that is this: if we kept that same energy up, that same Georgia energy up, for Mississippi
Mm.
and for South Carolina right now, we'd already be projecting to win those states. But even in the post that I made, there's too many white folks who are like, nope, you can't do it.
George Dorsey, you're an asshole, man. I'm sorry. Go ahead. He said, fuck Rom's second thumb. I'm like, why is our audience like this? I'm so sorry, but
that's all right. But there's like white Democrats who are just still to this day do not believe that we can flip states off of the strength of black voters. So they didn't take any narratives. Matter of fact, the conversation that was had was, you can't win because Mississippi doesn't have a Stacey Abrams.
But she's not like the midwife for all of progressive. What the hell?
But here's the problem. Georgia has 1820 Stacey Abrams, believe it or not. And Mississippi has 1920 Stacey Abrams. South Carolina has it also. It's about empowerment and trust. Right?
It's actually about what white people believe winnability is. There's this term that people talk about, electability. It is a made up concept by white consultants to not run and get the party to support black candidates. So what I'm telling you right now is there's no Stacey Abrams that's necessary to win elections. There's focusing on black issues that's necessary. I.e., if Stacey Abrams was necessary to win, we wouldn't have had 2020 as a victory. Stacey Abrams' name was not on the ballot. This is the idea of them only needing one of us or two of us, which is also a setup from them to demonize us whenever that one of us or two of us does something that's not approved by them. So what I'm telling them right now is Mississippi is the blackest state in the union. Mississippi should be Democrats' ground zero for their first primary ever in a presidential election forever. Yeah. You should always start in Mississippi because it looks more like their base than anywhere else, right? Republicans would never have their first primary in New York because it's a losing playground. So why are we starting in Iowa? Think about the infrastructure that's been invested in Iowa for the past 40 years, the amount of money, the skill that was built up. I'm telling you right now, Mississippi is already on fire. We told you the other day when Scott Colom's brother jumped in the chat and shout out and gave us a super chat and told you, shout out to me because of the work we did in Mississippi. It was about centering black people. Centering black people, not with the message that says your community needs this, but our community need this, and giving real reasons why we need it. It's little shit like that matters. Your community implies you're telling me what's necessary for me. Our community means I'm here with us and I belong here and I'm doing this for us, not for you. These motherfuckers don't got a clue, bro.
None
whatsoever. They miss little shit like that.
I just want to say real quick, shout out Shade Dragon. That was funny. Electability, a new fragrance by HRC.
I forgot my point. I don't even know what
sorry.
I'm
sorry.
My brain don't work as good as it used to.
So when should we have started, Mondale, Ben? Like when should the Mississippi work start?
I was thinking about what you were saying, Marcus, and Mondale. You were saying about like the community that you're from sends signals about your core values. And it's unfortunate if the signals that we get from like these white people, Democrats, conservatives, whoever, who are afraid and timid to do things for black people, because as you described this situation with Stacey Abrams, right? Let me tie it back into Stacey Abrams. Mondale is 100% correct. They're doing that so that they can have just one spokesperson from the black community.
Yep.
Right? That's what they want. One Jim Clyburn and Stacey. That's all they want. The problem that they didn't calculate for is that black leadership has been democratized. There is no next Dr. King. There is no next Malcolm X. It's like we all got shit to say. And the thing is like, y'all right, man. There is a Stacey Abrams like 12 times over. We can list them on this show, but if we start, we're gonna leave somebody out and get in trouble. So we ain't gonna do it. right? But that's just in Georgia. Hell, that's almost just in Atlanta alone. And so when you, but here's the thing: the reason that we're getting this friction right now from Democrats, and from just how the party is arranged, even down to Iowa versus Mississippi. Mondale, god damn, like they just need to. We just need to put it on the record that they are willing to serve their community first. They serve Iowa first instead of Mississippi first. And so since they won't do it, we got to do it ourselves.
One of the proudest days of my life was having a conversation with my grandmother who has passed about Barack Obama, about her voting for Barack Obama and seeing a black president. I don't care. I know Barack still had his neoliberal tendencies, but she was proud. You know why she was proud? Because she went out and voted. And she felt like she did that. So Rosie Bobo, you did that. You did that up in the sky. You know, you did that, and we have to, This is why this show is important. We have to actually push back on narratives that folks will want to give you about what Mississippi is. I mean, why isn't Mississippi? Like, listen, you know how many times they said Georgia in November and December on mainstream media? Right? Because it was attractive, because it was sexy, because the DNC finally, and let me tell you something, when I say finally, I mean this right here. Me and Mondale were talking to each other in 2015 about Georgia and Stacey Abrams. We've both been working on Georgia before that. But we were talking about Stacey Abrams. We were talking about Georgia and Democrats in 2015. And I remember a conversation that me and Mondale had. Mondale, you remember? I remember where I was standing. I was like, Mondale, we can't get no money.
Right.
You remember that? You remember that? I was like, this is a 2015, and I was deputy campaign manager for Stacey Abrams, and I said, Mondale, we can't get no money. Like, it's like they don't believe in this state.
Yo, and wasn't even just a state. Marcus will tell you, bro. I was so ready for that campaign. I was trying to endorse them before they even announced.
That's right.
I was like, yo, all these white people gonna get in line nationally behind this sister, and we're gonna make it. We're gonna show them what happens when it's a real race. So they come. Susie come lately is how they show up. But they
time to get that money. In time to get that money.
That's how they took $800 million away from Georgia. People talk about they raised spent $800 million on this primary. This runoff. That money left with them white consultants.
Bro, we got to change this whole system, bro. Because don't get me wrong, we are better off today 100% because we got rid of Donald Trump. That's why everybody on the screen, everybody in the chat room did their part.
Hey, I got something for all my progressive friends out there.
What you got?
And then we got to go to break. By the way, Marcus Farrell told Bernie Sanders in 2015 that we should set up an office in Atlanta, Georgia, and stay there forever. That's right. Actually have a paper that I could actually release it, but I actually have an email where I sent the whole campaign and said, Georgia's in play more than South Carolina. And if we can't win South Carolina, we have a play in Georgia. That was in December of 2015. Before that, when did Bernie run? Yeah, December 2015. 2018 is when me and Mondale, 2017 is when me and Mondale talked, but 2018, December of 2015, I literally said, hey, we can win Georgia. All we got to do is just galvanize black voters. And my plan, I'll never forget, my plan was, so we have canvassers in South Carolina. Let's just keep them higher since we raised so much money and just go knock on doors, just drive them across state lines, go knock on doors in Georgia. I'm tired of these I told you so moments. I'm tired of white progressives not taking the I told you so moments. Also, I'm tired of white neoliberals ignoring the I told you so moments, right? Like, there's black people down here who know what they can do with their state, but all a white consultant has to do is say the word Iowa and New Hampshire, and they will still spend to this day, they will still spend all of their resources on that. So what I'm waiting for, honestly, is a candidate that loses Iowa, that loses New Hampshire, does decent in Nevada,
sweeps,
and then just goes into the South and just starts. And I'm not talking about. Well, actually, guess what? That was Joe. That was Joe Biden.
Did that shit.
That's what Joe Biden.
Y'all saw it when it clicked and all of it. I was like,
right,
wait a minute.
that's
This is
right.
exactly what happened.
So here's the thing. We got to stop playing games, progressives. The door is wide open. The doors of the church is wide open, and black folks are willing to take folks who are talking. Yeah, won't you? The black folks are willing to take you any way that you come, as long as you come correct, as long as you talk about a living wage, as long as you talk about families staying together and taking care of their children, as long as you're talking to black men about the things that they care about, like their families and economic opportunities, as long as you're talking about reparations, as long as you're talking about progressive things. And I'm talking about real progressive things,
right?
Not just Medicare for all, not just free college, not just ending student debt. Because let me tell you what might not work in Georgia for black voters: ending college debt. You know why? We ain't go to college.
Well, yeah.
A lot of us have, but when you talk about a voting populace, that ain't our number one concern.
It's mighty selfish of me because I need you to cancel all that shit. But he's right,
and I'm not saying no.
You're right though. How many of us? Come on, man.
So that's kind of sort of where I'm at with it. But for that,
it's almost a privilege to have student loan debt at this point, because that means you actually went to college. Like, we got there's some real issues, right? That they ain't even talking about.
So real quick before we go take our first break, Mondale Robinson, where can they find you at?
At Mondale Robinson on social media platforms and Black Male Voter Project, and of course Clickbaity.
Hey. Ben, where can they find you at?
I think they can find me on Twitter at Benjamin P. Dixon. I'm feeling like it's a cup. I don't know. I just feel like maybe I could come in and like, where the squirrel at? Where's the squirrel? Me boxing. That's what I might be back on Twitter soon. Shit.
Can we get them squirrels up? Can we get them squirrels up for Ben Dixon real quick, man? Can we get them squirrels up? And right now we need to get our likes up right now. So I don't know how many people are streaming us on YouTube. I'm actually not looking. I can probably find out real quick, but yeah, we have 654 people streaming us on 660 people streaming us on YouTube right now. So if you are on YouTube, make sure you like this post right now. And if you're driving and listening to this, then you can stay your ass at home because COVID is still going on. They got super COVID now.
What's going on, Kim Brown in the chat?
Hey,
Kim Brown, what's going on? She said, "What's going on, family?
Yeah, you decent? We'll send you a link." And I'm saying,
hey, send her a link. Send her a link.
I got the.
You got the link. Yeah. Hey, you want to jump in for this last half, Kim? Let us know. Is that our Kim Brown?
Is that well? See, well, there's one way to find out. I just sent it to her on.
That's our Kim Brown
on Twitter.
Oh, okay. That's what's up. I don't mind
having her on. She said, "What's going on, family?" She said, "What's going on, family?" So we know what that is.
Where is my goddamn?
All right. And while we find that right there,
I'm moving like a boomer here. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That's all right. Well, you got time to do it. While we find that right there, we are going to take a little pause for the cause real quick. We'll be back with you shortly.
all good. Peace.
uh,
All right, peace.
Man, that shit hit.
That does hit, man. Who made that, man? Give him a shout out real quick. Who made that, Ben?
My dude's David, producer over at the
David D. Patman. Yeah.
no, not Pac-Man, but the in-house producer, David.
Okay, our David. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. He teamed up with one of my guys, Bob, and pieced that together, and we got the music, and man, it's
That was a little soul, wasn't it?
just together for the
They were-
squad.
they-
I give him some acorn. Yeah.
Yeah, give us some acorns, give us some super chats. I mean, we didn't get that button. We didn't get that button there for no reason. Hey, listen, I don't mind asking. Like, hey, everybody everybody that's on YouTube, give us $2 right now, dog. Because I wasn't laughing.
I thought you were gonna ask me something else. I'll talk to you off air.
Did we find Kim?
I sent it to her on Twitter. Let me see if she got it. Hang on a second.
Yeah, everybody on YouTube, give us. We like church right now. We
offering.
Pastor offering.
They ain't seen. Listen, they have not seen a super chat offering until you have a church super chat. Like, y'all got to go to some of these church services where they do.
Is it crazy?
Chat. Oh my goodness, man! You see all kind of money going up. But anyway,
yeah. So I'm about to send. We're gonna talk about something else, but like first off, shout out to all of the Black elected officials and Gavin Newsom. Man, you are a problematic son of a. And since we said we wouldn't say it on this show, we're gonna say it now. The reason why I'm saying that he's problematic is because number one, that seat should have went to a Black woman.
Start there,
right? Senator. Vice President Harris, let me get used to saying that. Vice President Harris worked hard for that seat. And by the time he decided that seat, he had no idea if Warnock was going to win. Therefore, there could have been a likely situation where there was not one Black senator in the House. Not one. So, I think about that. And I think about like what representation sort of looks like, and okay, first we got to keep it 1,000, all skin folks and kin folks, so we can't sort of keep going there. But on the same token, man, some representation is better than none, and especially the man who pastored the Martin Luther King's church, right, and went through it, and also was the chair of New Georgia Project. I bet you a lot of people didn't know that. Warnock was the chair of New Georgia Project, and I actually have worked with him in the past to make sure that we get some of the things that we need, and he did a great job. But CNN is reporting that they just dropped this, I don't know, 3:41 today, that in the nearly 232 year history of the U.S. Senate, there has been zero. Only 11. Only 11. As I bring it up, only 11 Black senators. Only 11 Black senators in the U.S. Senate in 232 years, and y'all wonder why we get mad at y'all about elections. So I hope they have the list real quick. I want to go through this list real quick. Hiram Revels, he's a Republican. That brother was from, what state was he from? Mississippi.
Hold on one second though, Marcus. Make sure people know that this is before the switch. So these are Republicans that this is Lincoln's Republican.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right. Not the Republicans that fly the flag of treason for which Lincoln had to wage civil war.
That's right. So he served obviously from 1870 to 1871. He filled a vacant seat. Did Reconstruction get him? Yeah, he was born a free man in the slavery era. He was an army chaplain in the Civil War. He took the oath of office 22 days after ratification of the 15th Amendment, which held that Americans could not be denied the right to vote based on their race, even though they still didn't figure out the woman part at that point. Blanche K. Bruce, a Republican. Branch K. Bruce was African-American, the first African-American to serve a full term in the U.S. Senate. He served from 1875 to 1880. 1875 to 1881. The former slave later became a plantation owner, lived a privileged life that was a far cry of his black constituents. Besides moving in elite circles, he fought for rights of freed slaves and was a strong advocate for black war veterans. But black people in Mississippi questioned his commitment to their plight. I mean, especially if you own a damn plantation. And then we get to more recent history. Senator Edward Brooke, he was a Republican. And this was he was a Republican out of Massachusetts. He was the first African-American elected to the U.S. Senate by popular vote. He's also credited with integrating the Senate barbershop with his first haircut on Capitol Hill after his win.
I bet you his shit was messed.
I know.
It probably was black barbers in there.
Oh,
so his shit was tight. Yeah.
Like, let me show you how I've been wanting to do this for years.
Mondale would just be throwing in that history and just change the whole conversation.
That's right. Like, let's stop clowning.
If there was a brother, he was waiting for the chance to cut brothers.
But Brooke did not consider himself a trailblazing politician and maintained that he represented all his constituents. I do not intend to be a national leader of the Negro people. I intend to do my job as a senator from Massachusetts, he once declared. He died in 2015.
Barack Obama.
Boy, that's where Barack got that from, ain't it? All right, there we go. Now, Sister Carol Mosley Braun shattered barriers as the first black female U.S. senator. The Democrat Illinois only served one term from 1993 to 1999 before joining the Senate. She was a prosecutor for the United States Attorney in Chicago and assistant majority leader in the Illinois House of Representatives. She defeated both a Democratic incumbent and a Republican challenger for her U.S. Senate seat. She said, "I cannot escape the fact that I come to the Senate as a symbol of hope and change," she said shortly after being sworn in, "nor would I want to, because my presence in itself will change the U.S. Senate." See, that's a little bit more positive. And then that's that dude.
Hey, take down that comment.
Let me see that. Sorry. Let me get there. See technology. We're going to.
Oh, the infinite feedback loop. I love those.
Yeah, the infinite feedback loop. Barack Obama.
Who?
I think y'all know his story. That's your favorite politician, ain't it? Ain't it? Ben.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Back in 2008, he was the best thing since sliced bread.
That's right. He took oath of office in January 2005 and served after serving in the Illinois State Senate for almost 8 years. And another quick fact: he got into a fist fight with Ricky Hollywood Hendon, Senator Hendon from Chicago. Not many people know about that, but they got into a fist fight on the House floor. And then he became president in 2008. Then the brother who replaced him was Roland Burris. Roland Burris is an awesome dude, even though he was kind of filled with controversy a little bit before how he got the seat, because y'all don't forget that Blagojevich actually went to jail for giving him that seat, but he retired instead of running for his full term. And then Tim Scott, the Republican, 2013 he became the U.S. Senator from South Carolina.
Hey, go back to Tim Scott. I'm gonna do my Tim Scott.
Yeah. Let's see. The lifelong resident of South Carolina marveled at his family's remarkable journey, considered his grandfather once dropped out of school to pick cotton. Our family went from cotton to Congress in one lifetime, he said last year. William Cowan, the Democrat, he was appointed to fill John Kerry's seat in 2013. Before his appointment, Cowan was a partner in the law firm and served as chief of staff to Massachusetts Governor Deval Patrick, and former presidential candidate Deval Patrick. Cory Booker was the first African-American to represent New Jersey in the U.S. Senate. He was a popular mayor of Newark, the state's largest city. The former Rhodes Scholar and Yale law school graduate unsuccessfully ran for president in 2020, but was reelected to the U.S. Senate. And Senator, now Vice President Harris, the first black woman to represent California, and it should have stayed a black seat. She took office in January 2017. But then she ran for president, and we all know how that turned out. And then our dog right here from Atlanta, Georgia,
Hey.
Savannah, Georgia, is Raphael Warnock. Raphael is winning the Georgia runoff earlier this month, played a big role in highlighting the growing power of black voters in the South.
You ain't gonna be able to tell that dude nothing, boy.
Yeah, you ain't gonna be able to tell him nothing ever.
You couldn't tell him nothing in the first place.
Well, that's right.
We still love you, brother. We still love you. Hey, Luke Kang, why are you like that? Why are you like that, Luke Kang? He said, why Tim Scott got all that extra gum meat?
So
Wait a minute. Is Luke Kane black?
I believe so. Put him up. I believe so.
Okay.
It's
All
hard
right,
to-
cool.
Ooh,
Everybody can't make that joke.
Oh my God, yo, we about to change the game, son. Because we got to be able to know, like, when people jump in conversations, we got to know if you part of the black delegation. Like you
Yeah,
just
you
give
can't
me
just be
out
saying
here,
everything.
jumping out here. Just because you got an avatar don't mean you. Come on, man.
Yeah, boy, you get in trouble. But what I was gonna say was, if y'all didn't catch something in the soliloquy that Marcus just gave us about black senators, there's one thing that should be standing out. We need more sisters in the Senate.
that's right.
As you can see, that history was long in years, not long in the list, considering how many senators we have in this country. And it's definitely even shorter when you consider the number of black women that have been in that so-called hollowed space. This is why we need to support black women running for Senate. And this is why the governor of California is a punk ass motherfucker.
That's right. I want to give a quick shout out to my man Roy Tatum. Roy Tatum was in the chat.
Shout out, Roy. Shout out, Roy.
Roy was the deputy African American outreach director for Bernie Sanders in 2016, and he plays a major role in Arizona politics as a strategist now, and he's also a major player in the NAACP. Even though I believe he gave up his seat, he was the East Valley president of the NAACP, one of the largest chapters in America. And lastly, he's now, I believe, a PhD student. So you get it, Roy Tatum.
You better act black. Be real black for me. Be real black.
I love it.
So we got a couple minutes left, man.
My black star tonight, bro.
Starship.
Dun, dun. I feel like I need the more you know thing. Dun, 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 dun.
So we only got a couple minutes left, man. I wanted to go ahead and end this thing off soon. So because I
we are the new PBS, Political Brothers Stunting. Please tune in.
Nice.
Hey.
Oh, wait a minute. Pause. That's our next show. That's our next show. That's the next show.
Mississippi, goddamn.
So do you guys have any final thoughts for tonight? Who got the last word tonight?
I don't know who has the last word, but I'll say this right now. Christopher Lynch is my homeboy in that video that we watched, Marcus. We got to share that link in the cafe. We need everybody to share that link with the hashtag Justice for Christopher Lynch.
Okay. And we
need to just shell out. We need a swift investigation into this incident and hashtag Justice for Christopher Lynch. We need this trending right now, y'all. This is tacky. And yeah, this is an easy lift for our white allies to get involved right now. Share it and tell your people to share it too.
Make sure, yeah, man. Yeah. Everybody share that as far and wide as you can. Facts.
All I gotta say is Wodie's in his cage, sleep. So y'all don't piss me off. Because get loud.
Marcus, dog.
They still messing with me. That's you. That's you, Mondale. You started all that. You started the whole hashtag and everything.
Free Wodie.
Free Wodie.
Hashtag where's Wodie?
Hey, but here's the problem. I free him and you motherfuckers don't have no money for no food or nothing. So what y'all gonna do?
What happened? You gotta feed those things?
Yes,
wait, you gotta feed those things?
Yes, you have to feed English bulldogs, bro.
That's why I like teddy bears. They're already stuffed. Get it? Is they already stuffed? Whatever.
Yeah, I double entendre. Well done though. Well, Ben, do you have any last words?
Hey man, we about to change the game, top to bottom, left to right, inside out. So y'all just keep rocking with Trap Squad, Clickbaity, Morning Trap. Like just keep doing that. And I hope I gave y'all enough time to do a fun do some more super chats so that Marcus can get Wody some food. The Wody food.
Wait. Hey, y'all. Did Ben just come up with a line dance on Clickbaity?
What did I do?
Top to bottom, inside out. Top.
I don't know. Somebody had to do that, but
okay, Ben. Okay, I hear you. You ain't a rapper, but you can make up dances. I hear you.
Hey, man, I could make a.
We
beat.
love y'all. We love y'all. Listen, you guys don't know that we give you 4 to 5 hours of our day, and you consider that we sleep somewhere around 6 to 8 hours, and then we have the work to do. We are committed to the show and also to you. This is why we show up in the morning and also in the evening. Please, all we ask of you is to continue to tune in and also subscribe and also share, because we are as black as they fucking come.
That's right. That's right. Thanks everybody for watching Clickbaity Political Thirst Trap. It's been an honor and a pleasure. Please watch tomorrow morning. Please watch The Morning Trap, and tomorrow afternoon we should be back. Shout out to Ben Dixon, who made it through a whole episode without yawning once.
Not one yarn. Not one yarn.
Oh boy, we worked hard on it tonight. I said I will not come into this space and disrespect this space with not nail more yawns. So we gonna get it together.
That's what's up. All right, peace out, guys. Y'all have a good evening.